Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back with another video. Now, I had to do a video about this really. It's been the non-stop talk over the internet right now. Anthony Joshua's revealing interview with Anna Woolhouse, which was shown yesterday on demand, and it's going to be shown on Sky Sports on Saturday, I believe. We've seen a few clips from that interview be released, but the full interview can be caught on Sky Sports tomorrow if you don't have on demand. But a certain clip from that interview where Anthony Joshua was addressing Lennox Lewis, who has been quite critical over him in the past. Anthony Joshua labelling Lennox Lewis a clown, saying he doesn't respect him, and saying that they're two different people. Now, this caused, a bit of a stir in the boxing world yesterday. A lot of people took negative comments towards it. There was a lot of negative reaction. But then on Anthony Joshua's side, there was a lot of people that understood where he was coming from and, kind of agreed, saying that Lennox Lewis has taken a lot of jabs at Joshua in the past. And, he doesn't show the same sort of energy towards Lennox Lewis, towards Anthony Joshua, that he does towards, maybe a Daniel Dubois or a Deontay Wilder. some people might call him a sellout. But anyway, Anthony Joshua has said what he said, and I'm going to react on it. So for me personally, I can understand where Anthony Joshua is coming from, and that's no disrespect to Lennox Lewis. I think he's a legend. I think that he is, a pioneer in the boxing world, one of the best heavyweights to do it. He's up there. He's up in the top 15, 20 for sure. So there's no doubt in Lennox Lewis's credentials or his status as a legend. I do think that he was taking jabs at Joshua in the past, and it's only natural for somebody to react, Lennox Lewis currently works as a commentator for the PBC, which obviously screens Deontay Wilder's fights. So there's been some accusations of him in the past of being biased towards Deontay Wilder. He was critical of Anthony Joshua with the, the negotiations for the Deontay Wilder fight. So, that led to a bit of back and forth between him and Eddie Hearn. And then obviously Anthony Joshua has really stayed quiet throughout. But in this interview with Anna Woolhouse, he basically said what he said. And, it's caused quite a stir in the boxing world, as I've said. So my reaction to it, I think that Anthony Joshua should really just focus on Andy Ruiz. This sort of energy is not really needed heading into the biggest fight of his life. It's still a couple of months away, but it's such a massive fight for him that if he loses, then it could all, it's going to be a massive, massive climb back to the top from there. His reputation is currently at the moment in not, I wouldn't say tatters, but I think that there are a lot of people out there who are now looking at Anthony Joshua as not the guy that they believed him to be since he lost to Andy Ruiz. So it's up to him to repair that. And I think he needs to go into this rematch, 100% mentally and physically ready, focused on him, instead of, getting dragged into a battle with Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis has since responded to those claims. He's gone on Twitter and he said he was disappointed with the remarks. He said that he's not going to get into back and forth with AJ. And he even offered, to speak with AJ in private, which I think would be the best scenario out of all of this, to be fair. He's even offered to speak to him in private and resolve any issues that may have had, and hopefully going forward that they can resolve it. I think that that's a great idea, and something that Anthony Joshua doesn't need to have this sort of energy before such a big fight like this. But let me get you guys' thoughts and opinions on it anyway, man. I just wanted to do a quick video on it. What's your thoughts on Anthony Joshua's comments? Do you think he was wrong? Do you think that he was right with what he said? Do you think that Lennox Lewis has taken unfair jabs at Joshua in the past? Or do you think that Joshua shouldn't have responded in the way he did? I'm curious to know, because I put a poll out on Twitter the other day, or yesterday, and there was a lot of negative reaction towards Anthony Joshua's comments. A lot of people didn't really like the way how he called Lennox Lewis a clown. Lennox Lewis is a legend in the game, revered by many, particularly British fight fans. A lot of people didn't like how he, disrespected Lennox. But if you wanted to speak to Joshua about it, I'm sure he'd tell you that Lennox Lewis disrespected him. And I spoke to quite a few Anthony Joshua fans, and they're saying the same thing. So, it kind of works both ways. So I'd like to hear you guys' opinions on it. Drop them in the comments section below. Like I said, my opinion on it, I'd just like to see Joshua focus on Andy Ruiz. And if there is a chance to resolve any issues that these guys have had, then do it in private. Don't do it online. Need to focus your energy elsewhere, because this rematch is going to be huge, man. And Anthony Joshua needs to win it, because if he doesn't, then, well, it's going to be a long, long way back to the top. But anyway, I'm blabbering on now. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'll catch you guys on the next one.